In this lecture, I am going to tell you how we can add Bootstrap library to our Angular application, and I am gonna use Bootstrap class to make our post list component beautiful. So let's go to getbootstrap.com, and the simplest way to add Bootstrap library to our Angular application by adding the CDN links to our index.html files head tag. So here is our index.html file, and we need to include the CDN links inside this head tag. Okay, so this is the simplest way, but this is not the preferred way. Now I will tell you about the preferred way to use Bootstrap in our Angular application. So first of all, we need to install Bootstrap library with this command. So let's open another terminal from our project root, and then let's run this command to install Bootstrap library in our Angular project. And it will take some time to install the package, so I will get back to you after some time. So Bootstrap library is successfully installed. Now we need to open our angular.json file, which is under root folder, and then we need to include bootstrap.min.css file inside this styles array, and we need to include bootstrap.min.js file links inside this scripts array. Okay, so let's include bootstrap.min.css file inside this styles array, and the files under node modules and then under Bootstrap folder. So let's find that Bootstrap folder inside this node modules folder. So here is our Bootstrap folder, and then under dist and css folder we have bootstrap.min.css file. So let's include that file. So we need to go to node modules folder, and then we need to go to Bootstrap folder, and then we need to go to dist folder, and under css folder we have that bootstrap.min.css file, and then we need to include JS file for Bootstrap, which is under node modules and then Bootstrap and then dist and then under JS folder, and I'm going to include, okay, it is under dist, yeah, I think it is under dist also. So I'm going to include this bootstrap.bundle.min.js file. So let's include that file, bootstrap.bundle.min.js file. And after modifying our angular.json file, we need to restart our server. So I will stop the server by typing Ctrl+C, and then I will restart the server by running ngserve command. So our server up and running again. Now to make sure that Bootstrap is successfully installed in our project, I'm going to open our postlist component.html file, and I'm going to add one Bootstrap class to this button. So let's add btn and then btn success. Now let's refresh the URL, and okay, the class is not affecting. Let's check the class btn, and then this should be btn, right? btn. Save that file and refresh that URL. You see the Bootstrap class is working fine. Now I'm going to use some examples which is provided by getbootstrap.com for our post list component. So let's click on this examples link, and I'm going to use these components for our post list component. So let's type Ctrl+U for the source code, and then I will copy all of this code from here, including the main tag. So let's copy that code and paste that code inside our postlist.component.html file. Okay, and then I'm gonna remove all that columns from here. So I'm gonna make these columns dynamic. So let's remove these columns from here, and then I'm gonna remove this text from here, and I'll remove this class from this div. Also I'll remove this class from this div, and for the title I'll add this page title inside this h1 tag. Okay, and then what I'll do, I'll cut this search box from here. I'll remove this, and I'll put the search box inside another div called another div of class called md12, and then I'll add the search box here. Okay, we don't need this search bar, we don't need this div with search bar class. So, and I'm gonna add one class here called form control. Okay, now let's check our URL again. You see we have this search bar here and we have this component. Now instead of this component, I'm going to repeat this component for our post, right? So what I'll do, I'll add this code to the div which is repeating. So this div is repeating, right? So I'm going to add this to this div, and then what I'll do, I'll remove this image from here and I'm gonna add the image inside this div. Okay, and then what I'll do, I'll cut this code from here. I'm not going to show any feature and not feature text, still I'm adding this for your reference. So let's add this code here and let's remove this from here and let's comment out this lines of code. Okay, so I added this for your reference. I'm not going to use this code. Okay, so what I'll do next, I'm going to add title and description inside this card body. So what we can do, we can remove this text from here and I'm gonna paste our post title. So let's paste that post title inside this p tag, and then I'm gonna add our post description inside another p tag. So let's cut this code from here and use this inside this p tag. We can also use description to this p tag, description class, and we can use title class to this p tag. Let's make it post title and post description. Okay, and then this is some buttons, justify content between, that means this will be in the left side and this will be in the right side, right? So what we can do, we can add another div with class dflex and justify content between, and we can remove this from here. This class is for aligning the text in the center, and we can remove this class from here, and I'm gonna add the author. So let's add the author inside this div, and let's add the author, and I'm going to add the category which will be inside this div. So this will be one div here. Let's open one div. So I added this div flex justify content between, that means this div will be in the left side and this div will be in the right side. Okay, and I am displaying the post author here and I am displaying the category here, right? We can also add one span here, and we can also add one class to this span. Let's add author name. Okay, and here we are displaying the button. So let's use this created at inside this div. So let's remove this from here and let's open one span and use our created time here, and then let's open another div here, and then I'm going to add the details button. Okay, so let's copy this button from here, or let's cut it from here and use it inside this div. So this will be in the right side. Okay, so we can remove this from here. That's it for our post list component, and we can remove this from here. Okay, and let's check the URL again. You see now it is repeating. So we have the title, description here, we have author name and technology here, we have the creator time, and we have the details button here. And now let's add one class to the image. So where is the post image? So here is the post image. So let's add a class post image here, and then I'm going to add some style for this image. So I'll go to this post list component.css file, and I'm going to add some style for the image. So the image will be width of 100% and the height will be, I'm using some fixed height for the image. Let's add some height 260 pixel for the image, and now let's check. You see we have the image width, full width, and image height 260 pixel. Even the image has 250 height and 250 pixel width, but we are modifying the height with our custom CSS. So that's it for our post list component. So in the next lecture I am going to discuss about Angular pipes. So stay connected.